you're exposed to so many things if you choose to be. You have access to any and everything, and you have a lot of people that tell you everything you do is wonderful, and that sounds great, but that is the worst thing in the world, because you lose your spirit and you lose your soul a lot of the time.
We're into that. In order for you all to understand what I'm about to say, I have to explain to all of you how reverse music works. You see, and yes, we're going back in time. Okay, as we were all taught, Satan, Lucifer, aka God Apophis, or Pep, who also has this never-ending battle with God. But it's not just that, it's their way of reading. You see, and I've said this so many times in videos, they read and write from right to left. So to understand what they're saying, you have to reverse it. You see, if the devil wanted to give an underlining message that can be planted in your brains and you react to it subconsciously, you would do it this way. I mean, you wouldn't understand it, but you can't react to it. You see, the devil and his demons uses these stars to do his work. It's also Aleister Crowley's teaching and praises of teach them to read and write backwards. Basically, the way of the devil. Picture, whereas you get a glimpse of what she was to become. You see, Satan found someone who complied a lot better. Beyonce complied and was willing to do anything, even date one of his puppets themselves, Jay-Z. And Aaliyah, as you've heard in the reverse conversation she had with the devil, and it was more than likely in her mind that we heard through the music in reverse. She kept saying cannot be pushed, because like I said in the video I did about her, and I really broke it down. We'll leave the link to that video below. They were already trying to get her to join them. They are being Damon Dash and all of the rest of the puppets. You see, Aaliyah had just left Jive Records for Atlantic Records, but word on the street, Damon Dash and Jay-Z wanted her to join their record label, but she refused, hence again cannot be pushed, which also hence the picture with Damon Dash and she. I mean, they were already drawing her with cash, movie deals, and she refused still. Heck, she didn't even want Jay-Z featuring in her songs. So with that being said, and not to mention all she knew, they got rid of her and went for someone who was willing to do anything and everything to be on top. You see, Jay wanted Aaliyah really bad. She's street, she can hang with the fella, she's beautiful, smart, all of it. But she chose Damon Dash, whom they will be soon replaced and destroyed by Jay-Z and Beyonce with the help of Lucifer himself. You see, that's why you hear Aaliyah in Beyonce songs, and that's why you also see signs of her maybe mocking Aaliyah's death in various commercials and so on. Heck, it's even the reason why Beyonce would never completely dye her hair completely black. She will look too much like Aaliyah, and who wants to be awakened with the ghost of a somewhat mirror image of Aaliyah? That would scare the heck out of anyone. He was saying whom had black hair are now dead. So do know Beyonce somewhat hates Aaliyah. Aaliyah will always be the true Bonnie, and we all should know how Beyonce is. She's a very jealous woman who's literally built her entire solo career around the pain of life she endured and lived with Jay-Z. I know people would say she doesn't write her own songs. You see, it doesn't matter. She chooses the songs that she's feeling at the time. Heck, we all do it with our music playlist. And I'm sure she edits them as well, so they can be more relatable to her. So what would happen to Beyonce? And will she be replaced? And is she worth more dead than alive? Well, I believe that Beyonce is still valuable alive. And she has a long way to go before they get rid of her. They have others that might be in that equation though. Besides, why would the devil kill his most valuable puppet leaders? I mean, no. But to answer the question blatantly about if Beyonce is to replace Aaliyah, I believe Ciara was more of a replacement of Aaliyah than Beyonce. I know you all may say Ciara is more of a replacement to Janet Jackson. Well, you're half right. You see, Aaliyah copied Janet and others. Ciara copied Aaliyah, Janet, and Michael Jackson. I mean, who hasn't? Beyonce, well, you know, she copied everyone. Well, mostly the oldies anyway, you know, like Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, Jennifer Lopez, a lot, and so on. So there you have it. You have the play of the game of music chess. Pieces are always being moved around, and there's always someone there to replace the one before. Someone more eager and a lot younger to do the job with less trouble and sometimes less money. But to answer the question of whether Beyonce would have been this famous if Aaliyah hadn't died, that's a hard question because they're so different. My guess, probably not in the iconic level, but she will be famous. Aaliyah would have eventually transitioned to movies, TV shows, and so on, like the rest of them. Beyonce may have still dominated the music genre, but her star quality wouldn't be as globally bright in all areas, only in music. Aaliyah would have been famous in all areas: TV, movies, music, all of it. Well, that's it. Tell me your thoughts below. Do you think Beyonce?
Here we go. We'll do frame by frame. Here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. There's her demon face. There it is. There, but
a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every...
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up.
Johnson's brother Liddell spread the legend of Tommy's Faustian bargain. One night, the story goes, Tommy Johnson went to the crossroads just before midnight and played guitar until a big black man came up to him, took his guitar, and tuned it. After that, Tommy Johnson could play the guitar like no man alive. Outside of the alleged deal with the devil and his influence on blues music, Johnson's life was rather uneventful though. That can't be said for Robert Johnson, unrelated to Tommy, another musician who apparently made a Faustian bargain. Johnson was one of the most impressive guitar players of his time and one of the most important musicians of all time. And when he was a young man in the late 1920s, he started to play guitar, but apparently he had no talent for it. Fellow bluesman Son House famously remembered how Johnson played the guitar. Such a racket you never heard. It'd make the people mad, you know. They'd come out and say, "Why don't y'all go in and get that guitar away from that boy? He's running people crazy with it." I'd come back in and I'd scold him about it. Then one day, Robert Johnson left Robinsonville, where he had been living. When he came back, he was a changed man. Johnson returned with incredible guitar skills, sliding around the neck seamlessly while maintaining steady rhythms. Legend has it when Keith Richards first heard Johnson play, he thought it was two guitar players. Rumors started to grow that, like Tommy Johnson before him, Robert had sold his soul to the devil at midnight at a crossroads. And if you listen to Robert Johnson's music, it's easy to believe it too. Atop his virtuoso play, Johnson's lyrics have a haunting desperation to them, and he even sings of his relationship with the devil. Hellhound on My Trail is a masterful song that takes the trope of the rambling bluesman and puts a new spin on it. The reason Johnson is a traveling, wandering vagabond is because he's got hellhounds following him. You could even look at this song as the middle of a trilogy of songs chronicling his run-in with the devil. Crossroad Blues is where he sells his soul, and then the trilogy ends with Me and the Devil Blues.
And of course, Rihanna is in the building.
Hey, Angie.
I cannot believe it's been so long that we have done this.
You know, I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper.
That's not his name anymore. He lost that title. But he was the angel of music in heaven before he fell and became Satan. So you don't think that him knowing all the stuff he knows about music and what it does to the spirit, that he wasn't gonna always from the beginning of time use music to get into your life? Study after study after study that's been done on how people, plants, animals, everything reacts to sound and tone and music. You're created that way, but you were created that way so that when you're worshiping the Lord, you feel his presence. See, we're created for him and his purposes, but everything on this planet gets misdirected and rerouted and, you know, miscalculating the route. GPS, where are you going? We're always going left or right. Celebrity stuff, this is idol worship. People crying, freaking out, she's a lifeline for humanity. No, Jesus Christ is a lifeline for humanity. Churches are playing Beyonce's music for the kids, for the teens, in their teen groups. Kesha's music. What are we doing? Why are we sitting around watching this stuff with our kids? Why are we sending them to these concerts? What are we doing? This is the role models? These are the role models. These naked women doing witchcraft, channeling goddesses, talking about the fact that they actually channel spirit when they get on stage, something takes over their body.
I was fucking at 11. I had Nate at 15, nigga. I had my daughter when I was 15, nigga. It ain't cause you a male, it ain't cause you 15, you supposed to, cause you're young money. You're supposed to. Fuck that shit, nigga. I started fucking. I got raped when I was 11, Twist. I loved it. I ain't never pressed charges. I'ma do you like baby them did me. Yeah. I'll never forget.
That's how they're fashion. Hip hop is gay. You know, that's how they're fashioning it right now. You know what I'm saying? You got the secret society putting molds in place and trying to dilute the culture with fancy. That's what they trying to do. They trying to push this into our youth. And they're doing a great job. They started out with some of they used some of the bigger acts to wear the dress first. Now the dress is like worldwide. You got people like Jaden Smith and them. You got a couple of football players with the dress on. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's going from there to spandex. I mean, it's just, you know, they culture vultures, man. They trying to steal the culture. They destroy and destroy the legacy. I mean, the agenda for homosexuality in our hip hop culture is to defeminize or the masculinity of the original man, so we could be subservient and submissive. It's easier this way. Then we won't have no problem making them slaves again. But
single day. I don't understand how you motherfuckers see artists every single day busting their ass. Like, I bust my ass every single day. Every day. But y'all want to blame the success on motherfucking Illuminati. You wear a checker shit, Illuminati. Triangle, Illuminati. Oh, motherfucking, I do a video with Third Fire Illuminati. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Do you know if I spend my money tomorrow, I ain't gonna have shit? Eh? You know, if I stop doing music, if I stop working tomorrow, if I be like, I don't want to fucking work I don't want to work no more, my shit will go down the garbage. Shut the fuck up with this shit. I pray to God every single day for me to be where I'm at. So why, where I am, where I'm at, that's when I'm gonna stop fucking with God. Shut the fuck up. A bitch is a whole straight Catholic Christian bitch. Fuck Satan.
Goes on in the industry. And I'm pretty sure Queen Naija has heard about it because you seen a video of her when she went to a photo shoot one time and she said something just isn't right. They were trying to cast a spell on her at that particular time. And I'm not sure if it worked or not, but if things started going wrong in her life, then pretty much it did. And that's probably why you see her doing the family thing and kind of not involving herself in the Illuminati shit. But as I look at this picture of her and Cardi B, I just would like to give her some advice to watch herself. Because I have to say this, guys. Allegedly, you could be a sacrifice. Allegedly is a word that we have to use to protect ourselves, but we all know what I mean. Would that person sacrifice you? I believe absolutely. So my advice would be, if you make a song with her, make a song with her. Make the money. Don't be her friend. That's my advice. That's my Illuminati warning. Don't try to get too into the industry if you like your life, your freedom, and everything like that. If you want to keep everything running. Okay, guys, I don't know what you were thinking when you saw this photo, but we have a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who are like, wow, what does this mean? And then you have the ones who say maybe they'll do a song together. Well, hopefully, guys, that's all it is. Because we lost a lot of celebrities due to these alleged sacrifices. Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Aaliyah, just to name a few. Tupac, Biggie Smalls. Come on, guys. You already know what's up. And as far as Lauren London, I might as well add how I feel in here. I feel like she is making a mockery of her husband. You know what I'm saying? If you watch her new show, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It looks like she's talking about her life and what happened.